I just got blessed with the Slam Magazine 30th anniversary Nike Air Foamposite One. So let's go ahead and unbox these things so I can show you all the details of this shoe. You got your classic Nike sportswear sleeve box, your all matte black with your gloss Nike branding with the Nike swoosh, and then the same things here on the left and the right side of the box. Now looking at the size tag, it reads Air Foamposite One Slam Promo Hyper Royal White Hyper Royal size 13 just for me. And there's no retail price on these because these were specifically made for the magazine drop, and I've heard there's only around 30 pairs that were made so far. Now sliding the sleeve open, you're gonna notice you have a white paper, and within that you're gonna see Nike branding on the white paper, and then pulling the paper back you got the shoe. Oh, you got the shoe. Now before we get into all the details breaking down every element of this shoe, I actually had a chance to sit down with Nick DePaula from Slam Magazine, and we went over every single shoe from the collection, but there was a section of the video where we spoke specifically about this Foamposite as well, so let's go ahead and cut to that real quick.
This was probably the most fun one that came about.
Okay.
Because originally we didn't know if we were going to be able to even work on a penny shoe. This was a fun one because we brought to life both the original graphic and then we got the original graphic from the cover feature.
Okay, dope.
So Scoop Jackson, who's, I would say most everybody's, him and Russ Bankston, probably the most iconic writers in terms of slam history. And so the original feature has like all these different graphics, phrases, like all the pull quotes are done in a cool like graphic way. And so we kind of pulled all of Scoop's poetry and the way he didn't write like intro paragraphs, like it's all actually almost like a poem form that he did the blocking on it. The thing I always remembered about Penny back in the day was, I think it was the Penny 2 was the first Soul Collector shoe I did. And we put the S on the heel of both shoes. And he was like, nah, don't ever take the 1 cent off of both sides. It's like, it's gotta have 1 and 1.
Right.
And then the 3 stars is on the heel, and then it's got the little 30 in there.
Yeah.
So the details on these, I mean, the foam material itself is such a big part of that shoe. We tried to just layer in details all throughout if we could still. This was the first shoe. I think I always joke about this, and it's funny with collabs, because my thing always is like, I'm like, you gotta assume 95% of people don't even know the story.
Right.
Like, do they like the shoe or not? Like, that's the first thing. And so whenever I show anybody all the shoes, like right away, because like sometimes they might not get it and they're like, it's like a teal shoe, okay. Even though they think it's a cool looking shoe, they don't get like the meaning. Yeah. This one though, everybody's like, yo, like, yo, what's going on over there?
These are crazy. So now that you guys know a little bit more about the backstory of that sneaker, again, I got a chance to sit down with him and talk about every single shoe from this collection. We unboxed them and went through them just like how we did with the Foamposites. So if you guys want to check that video out, I'll make sure I link it at the end of this video and also down below in the description. Oh yeah, and if you didn't know by now, my name is DJ and this is the DNA Show. So starting with the outsole, you'll notice you have your classic Foamposite One bottom. This is gonna be all over translucent icy blue outsole as well, and the penny 1 cent at the bottom around the heel. In the center of the foot, you're gonna notice you have that carbon fiber, which is again classic and standard to the Foamposite, and that's gonna wrap up to the side of the foot with a bigger piece of the plate on the outside of the foot and a smaller piece of the plate on the inside of the foot. Now before we get to the upper, there's a big thing to notice about the plate as well. When it comes to the sample and the different images that we saw from the past, like they showed earlier, you'll notice that there was a swoosh on the carbon fiber. They actually took that same design element and added a royal blue swoosh on the carbon fiber. And this is something that we don't really see when it comes to Foamposite Ones that are released to the public. Now when it comes to the upper, you're gonna have your classic Foamposite mold on here, and it has that sketch. We talked about this before. It's dope to see how they took the sketches and the different elements of that and recreated it on here. Now we saw the Sharpie Foamposites and different things like that, where it kind of has that similar vibe of drawing on the shoe, the different elements to the shoe. And again, we have the Dornbecker Foamposites, you name it. There's a ton of other Foamposites that have different imagery like this, and again, the classic standard one that everybody knows, the Galaxy Foamposite as well. Kind of makes me think of the Nike Air Max 1 with the sketch pack, how they did those. Again, another dope concept. I love how they executed that. Now moving on with the shoe, you'll notice on the eye stay area, you have that blue nubuck all throughout, and then you're gonna see that white Nike swoosh right here on the front end around the toe. Looking at the booty when it comes to the materials and the colors, you're gonna see you have that similar vibe to your standard Foamposite. composite. It's just going to be all in that royal blue with the matching laces and a black stitch all throughout the center of the nubuck piece that goes up the middle of the foot. One big switch up that you're going to notice on these two shoes is the right foot has the Slam logo on it with the jewel, and the left foot has the penny 1 cent logo here with the jewel. Again, classic with the pull tab in all black with the 4 blue stripes. But when you go to the back of the pull tab, you're going to notice there's a lot of different changes on these compared to before. So they took the inspiration from the magazine and also added the magazine issue number here with the small 30 in red and then the 3 stars. And if you look at the right and left foot, you'll notice again that the logos are switched up. So the foot that has the penny jewel on the front has the Slam magazine logo on the back, and then the Slam magazine logo in the front has the penny logo in the back. And then you'll notice you have that blue fabric with the diamond texture all throughout the collar as well. And like Nick talked about earlier with the insoles, you'll see all the quotes and different logos and designs here with the 30-year Slam anniversary. This shoe is obviously very comfortable once it molds to your foot, and as you can see with the sneaker on foot, they look great on feet as well. Also, again, shout out to Apothecary. Make sure you guys use the discount code DNA Show. That'll get you guys a discount code on the website, and also I have the socks linked down below here in the description for you guys to check out as well. Now, you guys know I have been in the shoe game for damn near 20 years, seriously collecting at this point, and I've received a lot of gifts and different things over the years, but this one in particular was super fun to work on the project, and I was not expecting anything at all. I just simply wanted to cover the collection and enjoy that, and next thing you know, I ended up at lunch and I had a pair of shoes sitting in my lap, and it was such a crazy feeling. And also, it's wild to mention, I was actually wearing some Orlando Magic shorts that same day, which again, I was not expecting. It just happened to be that all the stars aligned, and apparently this shoe was meant to be in my collection. So again, thank you, Nick, and shout out to everybody at Slam Magazine as well. I'm not exactly sure what's gonna happen when it comes to future releases or other collaborations with this project. I heard that there might be some things that might be coming, so stay tuned for that. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this in-depth look at this shoe, and if you made it this far and have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're getting very close to 400,000 subscribers, and I cannot wait to do a big giveaway for you guys. All right, you guys, I'm out.
I would never let you down, it's in my DNA. The only choice I like to make, what I'ma wear today. I would never let you down, it's in my DNA. The only